Hi, my name is Brett, and this is a peaceful respite show and tell of Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. It is a remake of a Sega Master System game that came out in 1989, I think. It's quite an interesting remake in that there's two graphics styles, so I'll show this off really quick as I start playing. You can press the right trigger to go to the original graphics, but in 16:9 HD resolution, which is pretty cool. And you can also change the audio. So now we're back to the retro audio. I'm playing this on Nintendo Switch. It's also available on a bunch of other platforms. I think PS4, Xbox, and maybe PC. It is $19.99, 20 bucks. And it just came out either this week or last week. I thought I'd check it out because I had heard some pretty good things about it online. You play as Wonder Boy or Wonder Girl, which is a nice inclusive option that they added to this version of the game. I'm playing as Wonder Girl, but right now I'm a lizard, so you can't even really tell that. But basic premise of the game is, I think I was cursed by a dragon, and now I'm a lizard person. Pretty sure you get other costumes too that allow you to maybe swim in water and different things like that. Core kind of gameplay loop of the game is you're doing some light platforming, you're dodging enemy attacks and attacking enemies. You're also exploring the world. So right now I'm about half an hour into the game. This is the second or third area I've been to. We're in a desert area. Before I was in a more tropical environment. And just right on the fly, you can switch to the new graphics, which I think are really well animated. They look really, really good, which I appreciate. Wow. Okay. So as you can see, it's not what I would describe as an easy game. It definitely still has those kind of retro Master System roots in the fact that it's not very forgiving when you're just playing it. There are some nice things that make it a little easier though, like in the upper right, that little blue potion. That means if I lose all my hearts, they get restored, so it's kind of like a life system, which is nice. These plants have been giving me trouble. Right now, I'm making my way to this castle, or not this castle, what the heck's it called, a pyramid. And in the pyramid, I keep dying at a certain area. Oh, there's a cloud with sunglasses. So I'm gonna just be honest right up front, I'm not enjoying this game. It's probably the first game on the Switch I've bought and regret. $20 feels like a lot, a bit kind of like a high asking price, and I'm not enjoying this game. So I don't like my general feeling so far is that this game has this aesthetic of just random stuff. Like, why am I in the desert with a cloud with sunglasses, with like triangle sunglasses? It feels like really random, and I get that it's an older game, and it's probably the reason is just because, but it seems nonsensical, and it's not funny. It's not. It just seems like it's there for it's there for no reason. Also, instead of just platforming with regular, like, you can jump up the blocks, there's just springs throughout the world, which feels, well, sorry, quick aside, I'll change to the new music. It's pretty good. I love the way this game looks, but I don't like the way it plays at all. And that's a huge bummer personally, but I'm hoping it'll get better. I've only been playing for about 45 minutes, and a big part of the game seems to be you're exploring, you're getting hearts, which allow you to last longer. This person can heal me, which is nice, but I only have a sliver of a heart missing, so I'm actually not gonna do that. You're getting coins as you fight enemies, and also items, like if I press the bumper buttons, you can switch between a boomerang, lightning, a fireball, tornado, arrows, which all have different effects and are pretty pretty useful. They're not super useful though. And with the coins you collect, you can buy new armor and equipment. So if I actually open this menu really quick, you can change my sword. So like I have a mithril sword, which has plus 12 attack. I have a whole mithril set. So you get new equipment. I imagine that equipment changes based upon whether I'm a lizard person or whatever it be. These frogs are kind of annoying. I wonder if I'm not enjoying this game because I don't know anything. I have no familiarity with the Wonder Boy series, and I don't have any nostalgia for it. I'm not particularly... It's not as well known or kind of accessible as the Mario series or Mega Man and classic Zelda, like that kind of NES Master System era games. So I haven't really played or heard much about any of the games in the series. So when this came out, I thought, oh, this would be a great way to try out the game and get familiar with it. But yeah, I really am not loving it. But that could also change, right? With time, maybe I'll get a little better at it. But the platforming doesn't feel good. Like, it doesn't have that same great feeling as a Cave Story or a Super Mario, even Mega Man. Like, those feel good in a certain way that this game just hasn't clicked for me yet. So I hate this kind of like, there's no in-game reason for there to be a bunch of like springs just hanging out. We'll see if I can get past this area where I keep dying. Ah. I think it's interesting. See, like, that just sucked. I don't know if I need some momentum or what, but the platforming feels just not great. And I haven't been able to show this too much because this has been a lot of like dodging and or I don't have a sword since I have the fireball. It gives a little distance, but when you start at the game, you have a sword, and that sword is, you have to get really close to enemies to hit them. I just don't think it feels super great. That was interesting. Alright, so boss fight. I have little to no health. Let's see. So I can show that fireball right there that kind of wiggles around. I'm probably gonna die because I'm not good at this game. Let's see, I'll try the tornado. That seems to be pretty useless. Didn't do anything. Jiminy. Alright, so this is my... Alright. Where do I need to hit this pig mummy? Oh, in the head. So when you do die in this game, like I'm likely about to die, you get to keep all your coins that you collected, as well as any keys and any hearts you collect. So while it's not a full restart, I'll have to go through that whole desert area and fight. I'm probably just bad at this game. So there's a little roulette at the end where when you continue, if that potion lands on a red heart, you get an extra blue potion when you start. So I'll get another blue potion, which is pretty nice. I may also have enough coins to purchase an additional armor set or weapon in a different area. So we can go check that out. Let's see what's up here. So I already bought this, so we'll go to another answer to this. And I'll switch to the retro graphics too, just to give you a sense of what that's like. I would say I like the retro graphics. I'm trying to think, Master System was 8-bit NES. Like, these look pretty solid, and it's cool that you can play it in 16:9 aspect ratio instead of the default 4:3 that it was probably developed in. I hate the clouds with the sunglasses. And I don't think it's low enough to the ground where I can even do anything about it. Oh, I got an arrow, so I can fire that up, but I missed. Crimey. I just think this might not be the game for me. Which I feel bad. Maybe if you enjoy what feels like cheap, or like, I hate saying this, but it feels like it's just badly designed. Or maybe it's just not clicking for me. Fuck these frogs. Alright, clearly I'm not supposed to go that way then. I do find it's hard to parse the 8-bit, the retro graphics, visually compared to the new graphics. Something about them feels a little easier to read and see. Alright, I'm gonna die again. There we go. Ooh, I got a heart. Oh, that'll help a little. This isn't the way to go get that other armor set, but that's okay. I'll probably die again. I like this music. Those vocals in the back, if you can hear it just a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. It scared me the first time I actually heard it. I had the retro music on, then I switched to this, and I thought someone was in my home. I was like, what? Or I thought someone was outside or something. It's like, what is that? And then I realized it was the music. In terms of remakes of a game, while I haven't played the original, from what I understand is that this is a pretty faithful remake, and it makes me draw comparisons to Blaster Master Zero, which was, I did a show and tell video of earlier, and that came out around the time the Switch launched. And while it's not a one-to-one remake or remaster of the first Blaster Master on NES, it's very similar from what I understand, and it feels, I think I would rather play that game than this game, where it just feels like I was having more fun with it, if that makes sense. But right now, as I've been playing this game, it feels like work in a way that isn't very interesting to me. Oh my, I think I'll die with the next hit. The cloud sunglasses make me think of Gurren Lagann, the anime, with what the heck's his name? The kind of badass character that's a little older. That's a good anime. I haven't watched that in quite a few years. That would be fun to rewatch. I almost have 800 coins, so maybe I can use those to buy something that will give me a leg up. The art is beautiful though. Ooh. This will help. Of course. Oh, I think I need to get the key from here first. Alright, this is my last try. I'm curious to see what the other, not costumes, but like curses are, where you can play as different, you know, if they're all animal-based or what. But that seems really interesting. I wonder if I'll get one of those soon. But this gives a pretty good sense of what the game is like. Or at least I hope it does. It's a lot of this kind of platforming with enemies, with these kind of movement patterns that just feel really frustrating. Also, I've been quite a few times feeling like it's just easier to run away or run through it, which is a fine tactic, but it just isn't necessarily one I always want to do. Ah, that was my fault. So that looked like it didn't take off any health, so I don't know what the exact deal is there. When I get to the mummy boss, if I get there, I would like to switch the graphics to retro, just to see what that boss looks like in that style. Ooh, heart. Thank goodness. Yeah, I'll probably die pretty quickly, I'm guessing. I also wonder, too, if I'm just going in the wrong direction, right? Maybe I need more hearts, or maybe I'm missing something. Kind of like in Dark Souls, where sure, you can go wherever you want, but that doesn't necessarily mean you should. This might be it for me. Oh. Wow. I should also note that I played this in portable handheld mode on the Switch, as well as on larger screen, TV mode. It works really well in both modes. I think it's a good fit for that in terms of if you're into this style of game. It's nice to be able to play on... Ugh, sorry about that. It's nice to be able to play on the go while also... Oh, it saw through me. While also on TV. I'm using Pro Controller, and Pro Controller is working well. Alright. So that is Wonder Boy, Dragon's Trap. I don't like it at all. There are things I appreciate about it, but I'm not having fun playing it. Hopefully this gave you a good sense of what the game is like. And if you're into this kind of game, or you have some kind of nostalgia or enjoyment of the original game, then yeah, this might be the kind of thing you'd enjoy, but it's not really doing it for me, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.